Imagine you're a doctor. You've figured out what's killing your patients. You have the evidence, you have the data, you've watched people die and then watched them stop dying the moment you changed one small thing. You go to your colleagues, you go to the medical establishment, you beg them to listen, and they laugh at you. This is the story of Ignaz Semmelweis, a Hungarian doctor who, in 1847, discovered the single most important hygiene practice in the history of medicine. A discovery that would eventually save an estimated 2.5 million lives per year. And he died broken, penniless, and locked in a psychiatric asylum, mocked by the very profession he tried to save. Here's what happened. And the worst part, the thing that actually killed him, you won't see it coming. Vienna General Hospital, 1846. It had 2 maternity wards running side by side. Ward 1, staffed by doctors and medical students. Ward 2, staffed by midwives. The death rate in Ward 1, 10 to 35%. Women were dying of something called childbed fever, puerperal fever, at catastrophic rates. Ward 2, under 4%. Mothers knew this. They would beg to be admitted to Ward 2. Some gave birth on the street on purpose because a street birth qualified them to the midwife ward. Semmelweis couldn't let it go. Why were doctors killing more women than midwives? Then his friend Jakob Kolechka died. Kolechka was a pathologist. He nicked his finger during an autopsy. Within days, he was dead from the exact same symptoms as the women in Ward 1. Semmelweis had his answer. The doctors were going directly from performing autopsies on cadavers to delivering babies without washing their hands. They were carrying what he called cadaverous particles, what we now know as bacteria, straight into open wounds. He introduced a simple rule: wash hands with chlorine lime solution before every examination. The death rate in Ward 1 dropped to under 2% almost immediately. He'd done it. He'd cracked it. And the medical establishment told him he was wrong. But why would doctors resist something that was so obviously working? The answer reveals something deeply uncomfortable about human nature, and it's still happening today. Here's the thing about Semmelweis's discovery. If he was right, if unwashed hands were killing patients, then doctors weren't just ignorant, they were responsible. Accepting his theory meant accepting that they had killed thousands of women. No one wanted that, so they didn't accept it. His boss refused to renew his contract. He was pushed out of Vienna. He went back to Budapest, kept publishing his data, kept begging the world to listen. The letters he wrote in his final years grew increasingly desperate, increasingly unhinged. He knew what he knew, and no one believed him. By 1865, Semmelweis was 47 years old. He was showing signs of severe mental deterioration, likely early-onset dementia, possibly worsened by the years of stress and rejection. His colleagues had him committed to a mental asylum in Vienna. He died there 14 days later. The official cause? An infected wound. Some historians believe he was beaten by guards, others that he died from the very same infection, the same type of bacterial wound that he'd spent his entire career trying to prevent. He died from the disease he cured. 2 years after his death, Joseph Lister published his groundbreaking work on antiseptic surgery, and the world finally listened. Semmelweis was vindicated, decades too late. Today, hand washing in medical settings saves an estimated 2.5 million lives per year. The man who discovered it died in poverty and obscurity, dismissed as a madman. But here's what makes this story more than just a medical tragedy. It has a name, and it might be affecting decisions you're making right now. Psychologists call it the Semmelweis Reflex, the automatic rejection of new information, not because it's wrong, but because accepting it would threaten our existing beliefs, our identity, or our sense of responsibility. It happens in medicine, in business, in politics, in your life. We are all, at some point, the doctors who kept walking from the morgue to the delivery room, not out of malice, out of comfort. Ignaz Semmelweis was right. He was right when no one believed him. He was right when they locked him away. He was right when he died alone. The question worth sitting with is, what are we wrong about right now, and what would it cost us to admit it? If this story hit differently than you expected, that's the point. Subscribe if you want more stories about the people history forgot to get right.